Who are you? I know that sounds like a very weird question, but it's one I feel the need to ask because recently I've been thinking a lot about who I am. If that all sounds a little bit deep and meaningful, it's because it came from the realization that there are things about me that I thought were set in stone, which, as it turns out, they're things that are actually a lot more fluid than I ever expected. Ooh, how very cryptic and mysterious. And realizing that made me also realize that actually none of us are really stagnant, or at least maybe we shouldn't be. After all, every experience we have in life has the capacity to teach us something or to make us see the world in a different way. Every person that we meet along the way while we're living our lives has the power to influence or inspire us. And that means that quite often we go through life constantly evolving and changing who we are as people in response to the things that happen to us. That said, deep down we still have a core set of values and beliefs that shape us and make us who we are, and certain personality traits that probably won't change. I would like to believe that I'm quite kind and caring and loyal, and those are traits I don't want to lose. I'd also like to think I'm sometimes funny, even if it's unintentional and people are more laughing at me than with me, And there are certain great loves in my life that I very much doubt will change or go anywhere no matter what happens because they mean so much to me. I'm talking about things like the Manic Street Preachers, and my love of Doctor Who, and my enormous passionate love of singing.
I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away.
I don't see those things changing no matter what happens in my life, but really, are our likes and dislikes what actually define us as people? Or is there a lot more to it than that? So while I was asking myself, who am I kind of thought, surely there's a bit more to me than just the fandoms I belong to and the fact that I generally eat too much. So, do you know Emma?
I think so. Short girl doesn't like mushrooms.
That's the one! The thing is, who I am to me can differ wildly from who I am to other people looking in. And that's because we present ourselves differently depending on the situation that we're in, or the people that we're with, or how comfortable we feel at the time. So the people who think of Emma as would probably be quite surprised to know that I'm also capable of being...
You guys, let's go out! I want to dance! Woo!
And I'm not surprised that there are people out there who are thinking, I don't even know who Emma is. And they're people who actually know me and associate with me in real life. And that's because, like I said, sometimes I realise even I don't always know who Emma is. And that's okay, because everything I do in my life teaches me something, and I take something away from each experience or each meeting with a different person and allow it to change me just a bit. And that's what everybody does. We go through life picking things up from other people and other experiences and letting those things mould us slightly so that we're not quite the same person now that we were 10 years ago. I mean, I'm not even the same person now as I was this time last year. And I think that's, generally speaking, quite a good thing. I mean, the last year or so has taught me that I am a lot more open to things that I had never considered before. It's made me realise, like I said, that certain things about me that I thought were set in stone are actually a lot more fluid, and I shouldn't rule anything out. I'm very willing to have new experiences and to have those experiences change me and my life in some way. I guess one way to put it is,
I'm still cooking.
in a way, it's kind of exciting to know that whilst we all like to think we know ourselves better than anyone else in the world does, we can still surprise ourselves by suddenly realising we're reacting in a way we didn't expect to react, or that we feel a certain way about a thing or a person that we never expected to feel that way about. And it shakes you a little bit. It kind of pulls you out of your comfort zone, however exciting it also is, because you think, hang on a minute, I don't know who I am anymore. And that can be scary and weird and confusing, but it can also be really, really liberating because you realize you don't fit in this box that maybe the world or even you have put yourself in. What I'm trying to say, probably in a very rambly and unsuccessful way, is that everybody is changing all the time, or at least we should be. Because if you let things influence you and allow yourself to grow and develop, that means you don't just sit and be the same stagnant human your entire life and never try new things or be willing to step out of your comfort zone. Who wants to live like that? That sounds really boring. So to answer my own question, who is Emma? Well, she's weird, she's creative, she definitely falls for people too easily and loves a little bit too hard, but that's never gonna change. Oh, and yeah, Emma is that short girl who really doesn't like mushrooms. Everything else in the world is constantly evolving and changing, so I guess why shouldn't we? Let me know in the comments what you think on this subject. I know it's kind of a deep and meaningful one, but I really have been thinking a lot about who I am and what defines me recently, and I really am still cooking. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. You can click on my floaty head to subscribe, and you can go over here to watch last week's video. I'm off to brood a little bit more on who I am, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye!